Tell me, if you could, would you move back to Indiana and be Amish? Why?
I don't know, I just think Amish is really cool. It's cool.
Because it's fun? You do realize, though, that when we go back to visit, all you do is play. If we actually went Amish, you would have to work a lot more than you do now. You still be cool with that? Are you awake? What about you? Would you, I'm putting this on there whether you like it or not. If you had a choice to go move back to Indiana, would you be Amish?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't know why. I just don't want to.
You don't want to be Amish? I figured that would be your answer.
I don't know.
Is it because you don't get electronics?
Yeah.
That's your reason? Or is it because of all the hard work?
Electronics. I have to do hard work on Saturdays.
Huh?
I have to do hard work on Saturdays.
Oh, you ruined it. Look at that. That's all bright. Now you look all white and pale. Oh. Good morning, guys. Hey, Bear. I know it's been a while since I've posted a video, but there's been a reason. Life's been super busy lately, and kind of the routine of life has been a little twisted, so I have this whole week off, and we are going to get some gardening done. I worked on our chicken coop a little bit the last couple days to modify it, and now it is time to get the plants in the garden, which means a little bit of tilling and putting wood chips on it. And hopefully next week we'll be back to our normal routine, so hopefully I can start uploading videos consistently again. So why not do a 10-minute Tuesday on a Wednesday? So I see this question on Facebook a lot. Can anyone become Amish? Can I be Amish? Yeah, anybody can, in the community I come from. So once again, I don't know about the stricter communities, but anybody who wants to can join the Amish church and become a member. Matter of fact, there is a man who in our community who did. I'm not sure what their story is for sure, but from what I heard, he married a girl who was raised Amish, and you know, she probably, I'm assuming, said, no, well, if you want me, then you got to be Amish. So he joined the church, and he is now an Amish preacher or a deacon or something like that. So how do you become Amish? Well, you would go find an Amish person and ask them who their bishop is and how, like, and go talk to the bishop, right? So you would go talk to him. They would start you the next set of classes to join the church. It's a 9 Sunday kind of class where, and during church service, you go up with the preachers. The preachers leave the room while they're singing, and they just go over some stuff, and you go with them, and they tell you what the rules are, what you need to do. And in those 9 Sundays, you have to walk the walk. So you have to dress Amish, you have to act Amish, you have to do all that. And then you get baptized. And when you get baptized, you make that promise that you will stay with the Amish church forever and follow its rules until you die, right? So there's an oath that you make to God that you will follow those rules. Now, there are people who do succeed, and they do that. But the majority of them don't make it. They end up leaving. And I know when you guys look at these communities, you drive through these Amish communities, and it looks so peaceful. You know, you have these people seemingly troubleless going about life, and everything's so simple, and they work together, and they're hard workers, and they're, you know, everything looks good. And my experience was everything was good. But for somebody to come from the outside world and join an Amish group, it is extremely hard, because when you do that, you have that huge language barrier, number one, right? So Amish speak Pennsylvania Dutch. That is their first language. That is their most natural language. And when they are talking amongst themselves, it's in Pennsylvania Dutch. It comes the easiest. When an outsider comes in who doesn't speak Pennsylvania Dutch, they will start speaking English, but when he's around maybe, but it's harder for him, and it's more awkward, and it's just not natural. So first off, you would have to learn a whole nother language. Matter of fact, two languages, because they also read the Bible in German and read Scripture in German. And even though you might master that eventually, Amish people are, I don't know how to put this into perspective, but Amish people are raised, and we just do things the way we do things because it's just how it's been, and like I don't know, there's just the way we're just different, right? Because we're raised that way, and anybody from the outside coming in will never get to that point where they're just naturally Amish. It's just not. They've been raised on a completely different worldview. It's just we have our ways and had our ways. I'm not Amish anymore, but and everybody just understands it all, right? So many people who do become Amish uh, end up leaving because they feel like they never fit in, and you won't ever probably never truly fit in. Now, I think in the case with the preacher, he's married to an Amish girl, so it might have been a lot easier for him. I'm assuming because he has a spouse that now he's not a complete outsider, right? He's become one with his wife, and he's considered one of them. But that is the report from people who go Amish. They just never really feel like they fit in, and it's just because you're different. You're just different, and not in a bad way, but just different. Should you become Amish? No, you shouldn't. Number one, it's a false religion. And number two, if you do go Amish and end up leaving, you will lose any Amish friends you ever had. Because at that point, you have broken that oath, which is a false oath. You can go watch my video with me and Velda on it. But you will lose all the friendships you have. If it's not worth it, guys. Just don't do it. If you want that Amish lifestyle, you can have that without being Amish. You can have the truth of the gospel, the salvation. You can have that truth. Just go pick up a Bible, go pick up an NLT, easy to read, study scripture, and then live the Amish lifestyle on your own. Just choose to not have TVs, choose to not have cell phones, choose to live a very, very simple life. Choose to live without electricity. I did a video on, I can't remember what it's titled, like 14 ways to, can't remember what it was. I'll put 14 ways to be Amish, or 14 things you must do to be Amish, or whatever, something like that. I'll put the description or the link in the description box below. Just live like them, and your life will become much simpler. Simply getting rid of that TV and the smartphones will make your life so much more simpler. The fear won't be there. You don't have the news blaring that fear into your head all day long, whatever. You can just go to a church, build community in your church. 10 families that you guys can all get together and help each other harvest your garden, harvest meat, work together, have work days. Living the Amish lifestyle, I highly encourage anybody to do it. Like, I think it was a great upbringing. We learned how to work. We learned what work ethic was. We learned respect. We lived without TVs. We had to come up with or use our imagination, when we wanted to play, when we had free time. It was a healthy upbringing. The moms were at home to raise the kids, to raise us kids. It was good, but it's something that each family should choose. You should choose it, not have it forced on you like Amish people. In the Amish communities, that lifestyle is forced on you. And that, when other men are telling you how to live, that is when it's wrong. The Amish community, it looks peaceful, it looks good, but I'm telling you, it's not all it's cracked up to be. There's darkness in it, and they aren't trouble free. They just hide it really well. They hide their problems really well. The divorce rate is almost non-existent, but the marriages aren't perfect. Um, and there's sex abuse, and there's all sorts of stuff going on that they have, alcohol problems. They have, it's just like the rest of the world. There's a ton of homesteading videos on YouTube. Go homestead. So many YouTube videos on how to do it. You can't fail. Go buy some land, go homestead. Do it without TVs, do it without electricity if you want, do it without cars, it doesn't matter. Just get some animals, get some farms, get your kids to working. It's important. Wear the black hat and the suspenders if you want, grow your beard, homestead. So don't be Amish, live like them. Thank you for watching. It's 10 Minute Tuesday. We will see you on the next video.